I should be sitting at this angle so that you can see Harper. I should also message my mom. Okay. I'm working on my sweater. I want to get this done by Christmas, and I kind of didn't think there was any hope because I started this last year and I got like the yoke done and then started the sleeve and then stopped and put it down for like 11 months. But I did finish the first sleeve, and based on how the first sleeve went, now that I'm actually working on it, I think I can maybe get it done. Hi, Mom. The sleeve, it starts with only like 72 stitches, which is less than my cat beanies, so, and it decreases as it goes. And none of these stitches are particularly hard. It's just a matter of like reading my pattern and making sure I'm doing the right row at the right time. So like this is like all the taller a cat beanie is. So this is like 2, maybe 3 cat beanies worth of knitting is the way I math it all out in my brain. And then of course I need to do the whole body. But if I want to wear this to Christmas Eve, technically I can just do enough of the body for it to like be like a cropped sweater if I get to that point and run out of time. And then I can always like, after Christmas Eve, after I wear it, I can come back home and cut off the bottom and redo it and keep making it longer. Hopefully I don't have to do that, but, or maybe I would just leave it cropped. We'll see. We're gonna get the second sleeve done. I'm committed to getting the second sleeve done, and then I can figure out what I want to do with the body. I really want this to be a full-length sweater though. I love cropped stuff, but I always do cropped things because they're easier, it's less work. But I've already put so much effort into the sweater. I'm following the most complicated pattern that I've ever really followed for making myself a sweater. I bought really nice, expensive hand-dyed mohair to hold with the wool yarn, so the sweater deserves a lot of work, and so it doesn't deserve to be turned into a cropped sweater just because I want to not knit any more of it. So I want it to be full length, but I also really want to wear it to Christmas Eve. But that's why I'm working on it now. This pattern, by the way, is sweater number 18 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. There's a picture on the first page of this pattern. I have the pattern, oh, this is the worst picture because I printed it on my printer and I did it when my printer was having issues with the printing and everything, but it works for my needs. And I've been like marking off with a marker as I go. So all the pink marks are from me finishing the first sleeve, so now when I'm going back through it the second time, I'm using the blue-purple color, so it's been working pretty well. I don't love having to stop and look at what I'm doing after every row. That's probably the only thing that makes this a lot slower than just knitting a cat beanie or something, but that's okay. My wig? I don't know what that tone marker means. LH, I don't. The internet is useless. Anyway, my hat. I just made this recently. This is wool, which has been nice. I have my hand spun wool cat beanie that I wear a lot. But it's like a very different vibe from this, and I got this yarn from Knit Picks, and I was making this chonky beanie with it, and it's like, actually, I made a different one with this yarn first, and I didn't really like how the colors turned out for that one, so I did it again, because it's like a slow fading gradient yarn, and this, it's held double, but, brain broken. So I made a second one, and this one turned out a lot cuter. I will probably sell the other one, though. I'm probably gonna have a lighthearted, okay, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. I also always get really confused by S, because I never remember if it's serious or sarcasm, and I always have to Google it, because it's like, those are very different things. But yeah, I am probably gonna have a little wool shop update at some point, maybe, I say, even though I only have like one thing. Actually, no, I did make a second hat. I just don't, hopefully it's going to turn out after I block it. This is also the same yarn, but it's just for the stripes, and then I used a solid teal for the base. It feels a little weirdly small, but I think once I block it, it might be fine. So I do, I guess, have two hats now for a wool shop update. But I also bought some more really pretty wool from Knit Picks, so. But I also don't know how much business knitting I'm going to be doing between now and January. But maybe like January, February. It's probably a good enough time for a little wool shop hat update. I'm actually going to be taking a break from like social media and my business and stuff towards the end of the year. I'm like low-key kind of on my break right now in a way. I got most of my business tasks done. I have a YouTube video, my next YouTube vlog coming out on the 19th. And then after that, I'm gonna like, I don't know if I'm gonna delete all the social media apps off my phone, but I might at least like install an app that like really doesn't let me, hi Ziggy, that like doesn't let me use social media at all. And I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna mentally step away from social media for a little bit at the end of the year. I can't knit. You can cuddle, just, can you cuddle? Okay, there we go. The sweater's so big that you're laying on it. He probably wants to lay on it. Okay, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. And this is personal knitting, so you can get your hair all over it as much as you want. Yeah. Well, this is good. We've got double cat cam going on. Anyway, I mean, I'm definitely still going to be knitting on my little break. I would like to work on some personal stuff, though, obviously. I want to get the sweater done. Although, if I start my break on the 20th, and I want it done by the 24th, I'm going to have it finished and drying by that point. Little bangers. I have so many. There's like there's at least 2 spots in just this room of things that I've knit for the cats. I've got like a blanket over in what I call their prison. It's not a prison, it's just like some grids that they go into. And then in my little cart over there, it's actually a scarf that I knit for myself that they ended up laying on. So I let them keep it. I wasn't that emotionally attached to it, so I don't think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe knitting while live was a bad idea. Because I go into autopilot so easily. How far, when did I start messing up? Literally so long ago. Is it like the whole row? I got 5 stitches right. Do I go back and undo the whole row, or do I just fix it for the next row? How noticeable is that gonna be? Maybe it'll be funny. Oh, you're leaving? Thank you, Ziggy. I feel like it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave it. It'll be funny. Okay, I'm doing knit purls, not just purls. I can't believe I autopiloted into doing just purl stitches. It's probably because the last row was purl, and a lot of the times I do look at what I'm doing based on my last row rather than my last stitches. Because usually that works, but not in this case. Oh, we could be listening to the, my Christmas royalty-free music. Maybe that's fun. If I can find it. Candy Shop? That seems like Christmas. Alright. I'm sure I also messed up on the other sleeve in some place. I actually did, the decrease count wasn't working out to match the stitch counts the way it was supposed to. It was fine. I just stopped 2 rows early, which I don't think made that big of a difference, and I marked it down at least. Have I made stuffed animals before? Yes. I'm personally not super great at it. My mom crochets amazing plushies. That's what you see on my shop and stuff. But I have also knit some plushies in the past. And I've crocheted a few as well. I prefer hats, gloves, garments, things like that. Maybe not garments. I'm not good at big projects, but I say as I'm knitting a big sweater, but this is me trying to break out of not being good at knitting sweaters. You only make stuffed animals, cannot figure out clothes except for gloves. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are that way. It's like one or the other. I think that's kind of fun though. Everyone's got their little thing that they're good at. Thing that they enjoy. Harper, what are you doing? Ziggy is also still here, by the way. He's just on my desk, like, right over this way. There we go. Oh, what are you doing? Are you gonna come back? Ziggy. You can come back. Ziggy. No? He's just lying on all my knitting needles. Can I move that so that you don't have to lay on it? Ziggy, what are you doing? Oh yeah, Harper's warm and toasty. on her warming pad. Ziggy! Where are you going? He's going over there somewhere. Forced myself to figure out gloves because you wanted fox face gloves. Ooh, made little claws for it. I love that. I feel like I am an expert at gloves at this point. I cranked out like 4 pairs of fingerless gloves to give as gifts in like 2 days. And it's like, you know, it makes sense considering I've probably made like at least 100 pairs of fingerless gloves, like my paw gloves that I sell, so. Which I really should be cranking out those instead of gifts, but 'tis the season for gifting. Anime detour prep can come later, maybe. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not gonna have just like a couple months once the holidays are over to prepare for that. It's fine. We don't need to worry about it. My knit tub of hats and gloves to sell is extremely dwindling. My favorite color, I like for gloves and hats. Well, I like pink and teals. I wear a lot of black, pink, and teal, which are my favorite colors. Can you tell? That's why when Yenpen designed the sweater, I'm like, before they even made it onto sweaters, and I just like saw their work in progress of this, I'm like, I'm gonna need that. And then I actually was at the same convention as them the first time they started selling this, and it's like, I immediately made a beeline. It's like, I need that. And this hat is also another good example. I like the pinks and the teals. Love all the colors, of course. Force myself to figure out gloves. Okay, I already got that. Cool. But yeah, I like pink. I got into a phase of like, oh, I should not only have pink, I should mix in some teal. And then I just kept buying everything in teal. And at this point, I'm just kind of committing to it. Like, I bought a teal jacket. I bought teal hiking boots. I bought a teal backpack or something. And then it's like, now all of a sudden I'm just all teal. It's like, but it's fine. And I did just buy a teal coat. But black and pink with an accent of teal. I don't know. I don't even know when I started liking teal. I think I just started liking it like in conjunction with pink. Hello. What am I doing? I'm not good at knitting this while live. I'm gonna accidentally knit like this much of just plain stocking knit if I'm not careful. Oh, this sweater that I'm making for myself to wear. Can you guess what color it is? It's also teal. Which, how cute is it gonna be with this hat though? Honestly, perfect. Oh yeah, look at this sleeve. I did the like Italian tubular bind off for it. I watched one YouTube video and it looks so nice. I don't know. I'm really happy with how the end of the sleeve turned out. It's very nice. I'm very excited about it. Love teal. I can't wear it without looking like I'm paler than a sickly Victorian child. Oh no. I honestly, growing up, one of the colors that I always felt looked good on me was like a bright turquoise, like bluey teal. I have no theory. I have no real theory. I'm not gonna like get my colors on or whatever because nothing about my skin tone or my hair color or anything is going to actually affect what colors I want to wear. And so it would just feel like a waste, or then I'd just like get sad and be like, oh, you don't look good in pink, and I'd be like, wah. but I feel like I don't look horrible in teal, so. I've also just had to accept that I am gonna look extremely pale no matter what I wear, so. I'm probably definitely not supposed to wear black either, but I frankly do not care. Have I ever played Cookie Run? I think I tried it like once. Oh, we're just doing a decrease. I did start playing Pokemon, the trading card game, Pocket, whatever it's called. Actually, I probably have a pack to draw, but I guess that's gonna have to wait until I'm done being live on TikTok. If you wear white, it'll blend in with your skin. Yeah. I don't really love wearing white. I have a white turtleneck to wear under this sweater specifically because, I don't know, I tried this on earlier and the mohair on the sleeve actually felt pretty soft, but like up by my like neck and chest, the mohair sort of irritates me. Anyway, so I have a white turtleneck that I can wear under this so that none of this actually touches my skin if I don't want it to, and I think it'll look really cute with the white turtleneck underneath. I do have a black one, but with this color, I feel like white looks nice. And I'm like kind of into white turtlenecks under things. Like I've worn a white turtleneck under this sweater before, and that's been super cute. But in general, I don't really like wearing that much white. Although, white's another one of those colors that I always forget that it's so useful when paired with things. Harper's helping, but like black and white together is so good. And I always forget that because it's like, I don't like white. But like black and white, the contrast, the Beetlejuice, the stripey, like that can be really good. I'm really bad at remembering what colors and combinations and stuff that I actually like until I'm like doing something with it. I keep forgetting how much I like yellow. That's a very common issue that I have. I'll always forget how much I like yellow. Don't know why. Never had a problem with yellow. But then I make something in yellow and I'm like, yeah, I love yellow. But then I always forget how much I love yellow. You like that with orange? Yeah, that seems fair. See, with orange, yeah, I forget I like it. I don't dislike orange, but it's not this. I don't feel the same about orange as I do with yellow. When I was younger, I wore exclusively black and white paired together, and then I added neon yellow. That's a fun combo. See, that's the thing. Black and white paired with like any color, immediately top tier. That's why my ColourPop skeleton sets even exist, honestly. I did not decrease. I should not be knitting this on live. I know I've already said that once, but it's clearly becoming an issue. I'm gonna keep doing it though. If this sleeve is messed up, it's simply your fault and not mine. Loved it, like told you like Beetlejuice several times. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I did that row. Okay. We're just knitting for 2 more rows, so I can be distracted for a little bit, I guess. How bad does my mess up row look? It's fine, you can't even tell. Like, look, can you tell where I messed up? Probably not. It's not that, that's just the seam. It's fine. Nothing matters. I'll take the blame for the sleeve being even slightly messed up, don't worry. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I always, every time I mess something up, I'm just reminded of, like, there's some kind of, like, folklore or something about you have to have some kind of flaw in handcrafted items like this so that the negative energy has somewhere to escape from. Because if all your stitches are perfectly, then the negativity gets like trapped in it. And I'm like, okay. That's honestly caused me to go out of my way to not fix mistakes before. And I'm okay with that. I think there's also a myth about perfect handcrafted stuff only being made by gods. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, I am but a human, so. That does add up. I am gonna mark this row off though, because I don't know how to count. I need chapstick. My lips have been like falling apart lately. I need to remember to run my humidifier more often. Ziggy, I think, actually had like a little bit of a cold not too long ago, and I was like Googling like, why is my cat sneezing so much? And one of the things they suggested for like little kitty colds was to make sure to run the humidifier. And I went out of my way to run the humidifier for Ziggy. I won't remember to run it for myself, for my own well-being, but for Ziggy's sake, I was remembering to run it. And he's definitely way better now. He has not been sneezy anymore. It was kind of cute though, because he had his little sneezy cold the same time my husband and I had a cold. Meanwhile, Harper, our cat with inflammatory bowel disease, she's been perfectly fine. And that makes sense. I'll turn on the heater when it's cold solely if my cats seem cold. Yeah. Yeah, so this little blanket thing that Harper's on is actually a warming pad, and it is like triggered when it senses her pressure on it. And she loves that thing. Ziggy does not care about being warm. He likes cuddles, but he's like not the kind of cat that will like lay in the sunshine or anything. He is black, and I don't think that, I think I've determined that does not have anything to do with it. He's just weird. Because Harper's damn near as black as he is. Like, she's got her little white toes, but like, that shouldn't really make a difference when like laying in the sunshine and like absorbing heat or whatever. I think Ziggy's just weird. Because like, she'll lay on her warming pad in the summer. Like, she won't do it as much, but she'll still use it in the summer. And she'll lay in the sunshine. But Ziggy he's like, no. He does have thicker fur. That might be it, but... What am I doing? I'm purling? Alright. I'm on the last row on this bottom corner of the page of the pattern. And then I have this whole page of sleeve. But honestly, I did this whole last page of sleeve for the first one just like in a couple days, so... And really it only took a couple of days based on how much I was knitting. So I'm just glad these sleeves are coming together faster than I thought they were going to originally. And I assume the body is going to be pretty straightforward. I say having not actually looked at the pattern for it. One of mine hates getting anywhere near heated stuff, but the other, she'll like do the splits while laying down. Aw. Yeah, it feels like one of those things where like you'll have one cat that likes it and one cat that hates it. Where's the rest of the body? Hello! This is the sleeve. I got this all out of order because I did the yoke and then I split for the body and then started doing the sleeves so that I could get the sleeves done first, but where is the body? So I have all this marked off. Yeah, this is the beginning, this is the yoke. Okay. This is all marked off. There must be repeats because I only have like 5 rows that are not marked off. Do I just work it twice? I think so. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just gonna keep knitting my sleeve. She's so round. She's all curled up in a perfect little cat circle. The worst part, although this is another good reason to do the sleeves first before most of the body, is like having to like twist the whole thing around. But at least there is a little bit less since I don't have the whole body done. I got so confused. I was like, what is this cord doing here? It's just, this is the body that I keep mentioning. I have it just on a cord on the bottom. The best part about interchangeable needle sets is like being able to just put these little guys on the end so that my stitches stay on. And then when I'm ready to go back to the body, I can just unscrew these needles from here and put them right back on and just start knitting. No picking up or stitches or anything. Once I do finish this though, I have to think about what pattern I want to use for my husband's sweater. I bought yarn for it last year after I started this sweater. And I was like, I was in like a sweater making phase, even though I've never really been good at doing sweaters. I made one with like really thick blanket yarn, and that kind of like put me on a roll. And so I'm knitting. And so I started making more and more complicated sweaters. This isn't like that complicated compared to what some people do, but for me it's a lot. But yeah, I got all excited and bought him yarn for a sweater, and it's just in a box in my closet. Part of me really wants to make a cabled sweater. I've done cables. Very minorly. And it was from the before Positively Cozy times. So I really shouldn't commit to knitting him a worsted weight cable knit sweater. However, it would look really nice. But also, it might take me 5 years to finish. But also, is that okay? Maybe. And I did make him a sweater last year when I was in my little sweater phase. But it was like with a really bulky yarn. And it's more of a wear around the house sweater. It's not really a nice one. Basically, I'd like to make him a sweater that he'll actually wear and enjoy. Not a reflection on him. Entirely a reflection on the kinds of sweaters I've made. Basically, something like this, but for his style. And again, I have the yarn for it, so. And it's my next big personal project after this one, I guess. I do have a scrap yarn blanket that I started back in college, pre-Positively Cozy. Actually, I don't think it was pre-Positively Cozy. It might have been, I don't know. But I have a scrap blanket that I've been working on, and I did pick that up again recently, and it's downstairs on the couch for if I want to do some couch knitting. But that doesn't feel that important to me. Like, it'll be cool if it's ever finished, but like, it's just a blanket. It's just gonna probably get thrown over a couch and then laid on by the cats. It's not like something that we're gonna wear. It does take me a long time to get through knitting personal projects when most of my knitting time is dedicated to business. I'm just excited that this sweater did not get abandoned. After I put it down for like 6 months, I was like, oh no. I was really afraid I was never gonna pick it up again. But then I decided this year to take a bit of a business break at the end of the year, and it's like, well, what's better to do on a business break than work on a personal project? So it's like, well, maybe I'll finish my sweater. And then I was like, maybe I'll finish my sweater by Christmas Eve. And here we are, working on my sweater. Cannot make blankets, but I desperately want to remake one I saw of Markiplier as Jesus. Yeah, I actually asked for Christmas for a book on, it's like, I saw it on, someone on TikTok made one. It's like, it's a crochet blanket, and it's made like with strips of different patterns and like stitches and stuff. And then you like sew them all together for like a really fun textured thing. And I think that'd be really fun to do. It'd be a fun crochet project too, to mix it up, because sometimes I like to crochet instead of just knit. And that feels more manageable, because it's like, yeah, I could crochet a scarf, and it's just a bunch of scarves put together. I did also start knitting a color work cowl. That one might burn in the pile of whips to never be picked up again. But it is on the top of my little wool cubby, which means every time I want to go use my wool, I have to look at it. So maybe that'll motivate me to finish it eventually. But I only have a little bit of the end of the year to work on personal stuff because, like I mentioned earlier, I'm vending at Anime Detour at the end of March. So that's what, January, February, March. That's 3 months. That's not a lot of time looking at how empty my bin is, so. You love my music tonight? Thank you. I switched to the Christmas one. I think there's more than one, but yeah, the royalty-free music that I use has like whole Christmas albums. It's very cozy. Had to guilt trip myself into finishing project. I'm like, but the stuffed animal will get sad. True. At least stuffed animals have emotions. My sweater's not gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad. My sweater's not gonna be. Hello. How's it going? See, I've knit this, like, this much of the sleeve, since I did this, I think I was picking up the stitches at, like, 4 or 5, like, PM, so, like, just, like, a few hours ago, and this is about where I stopped on the first sleeve when I put this down entirely, so in my head, knitting this much of a sleeve felt like it was gonna take, like, 8 months. Does that make sense? Because it's like, oh, well, it took me that long to get only this much of a sleeve done. And so I thought this was going to take forever, but this is working up really fast. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I can actually get the sweater done by Christmas Eve now. Like, I know it's gonna feel like more of a slog once I switch to the body, but also to a certain degree, I feel like maybe it won't be that bad because with the sleeve, I'm like, you probably see me, I keep having to like check what row I need to do, and at least with the body, it'll be longer before I have to think again for each row. I don't know. You miss watching my lives? I know I've been really inconsistent. My last live I actually did on YouTube. Not nearly as nice of an experience. I really like going live on TikTok. The UI and stuff is best. But I have been working on my YouTube channel a lot, and so it was kind of nice that the live was just already on YouTube when I was done with it. Okay, what am I doing? Purling. Okay. What should you name your cheetah in Planet Zoo? Name it Harper, after my cat. She likes to run around the house like she's a zebra sometimes. A zebra? A cheetah. She looks like more like a zebra, doesn't she? Yeah, name her Harper. If you need another one, name it Ziggy. I've sort of gotten back into watching Planet Zoo videos on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of Planet Coaster too, because a lot of the people that I'm already subscribed to have been playing that lately since it just came out. And so now my YouTube feed is recommending me some Planet Zoo stuff also. And I used to watch a lot when it first came out, but someone had like a supercut of all their episodes, and it's like, yes, I would love to watch a 13-hour Planet Zoo video. Oh, you had to work during the last couple of lives? Oh, I'm sorry. I have been putting my TikTok lives on YouTube afterwards, which I know is not at all the same. Yo, no, have Ziggy and her for the cheetahs. I love that. The ethical zoo supercut, yeah. You know, I love that you know what I'm talking about. I don't think I actually finished it. I think I got like 6 hours in. But yeah, I'm not afraid of a long video. I also, my brain, I watch a lot of things in 2 times speed. And so 13-hour videos are a lot less intimidating to me because of that. I think not too long ago I watched like a 24-hour, it was probably not 24 hours. Here, let me look it up. It was someone talking about every season of Survivor. Oh, well, right now I'm in the middle of a 2.5 video about every Goomba glitch in Super Mario. 10 out of 10, would recommend. On the second supercut, watch the background while you play Planet Zoo. Yeah, that's awesome. I should watch it while I'm playing Balatro. Balatro's a really good game to have background noise on. It's a 12-hour video, the Survivor one. And I watched it in 2 times speed. So it only took 6 hours. So that's like a day's worth of me watching YouTube, honestly. Try doing ribbing for the fingerless gloves. Ribbing doesn't actually look like knitting. What am I doing? I'm knitting. Ribbing can definitely be tricky. I honestly, I don't think my ribbing improved much until I got really good at doing just plain purl rows, which was like recently. What was I doing that did a lot of ribbing? Or not ribbing, purl rows. I think it was just a sweater I was working on. I am knitting. Okay. I'm so bad at following this pattern while live. Swear I'm following the directions exactly. Are you knitting? If you want help at all, you can like DM me later if you want. I mostly do 1x1 rib with everything, but why does this sound like ocean music? Oh, because, oh, why does this sound like Mario? Because it's switched to Mario music. I'm gonna get demonetized. I'm literally not monetized. But I don't want it to autoplay different things. Is there not more Christmas music? I feel like there is. Evergreen. There's another Christmas one. How do I get it to not? I'll just leave this open. Doing a community challenge for Planet Zoo and you have like 16 cheetah cubs in one place. Aw. I love that. I remember what happened. I remember why I stopped watching that supercut of Planet Zoo. They were adding in the capybaras, and I was loving the capybaras so much that it reminded me, why is my yarn stuck in my chair? It reminded me that Fields of Mystria has capybaras, and that I hadn't played the Fields of Mystria update yet, and so then I went and started playing the Fields of Mystria update. And so I played that for a few days, and then forgot about everything else, and now I'm knitting my sweater, so. But yeah, the capybaras made me want to go get my capybaras in Fields of Mystria. And I did. I also have alpacas, which I played with some alpacas in real life. I went on an alpaca hike. I went on a walk with alpacas, and that's gonna be in my next YouTube vlog, so make sure you're subscribed because they're very cute. I had a lot of fun. I got, no spoilers for the video, but, I mean, yeah, spoilers. I got some fiber to spin with from the alpaca farm because they were so incredibly sweet. I spun 2 little spindles of it. I haven't plied it together yet, but I need to do that at some point. What am I doing? Pearl decrease row? Okay. We'll see if I remember to do that. Make sure you hydrate. I probably shouldn't stay live forever. I probably need to go soon. I dropped a stitch of mohair a few rows down. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go fix it. See that? See that little loop? I probably wouldn't do a very good job at getting the purl bumps right on my way back up for that. I think I'll just tuck it inside, it's fine. If it was the regular yarn, I would, but just the mohair, we can ignore that. This entire live is just me making mistakes, considering fixing them, and then deciding not to. I am gonna remember to decrease at the end of this row though. I am. I'm manifesting that I'm gonna knit correctly. I'm mostly just speaking it out loud so that I actually remember. When there's 4 stitches left, I'm going to decrease. But can I count to 4? Why is this so complicated? Oh, my yarn's on the arms. Why is this so finicky? Okay, I got it. Purl 2 together through the back loop is an experience that I've been having multiple times since knitting these sleeves. Okay, back to the 1x1 rib. If I can get the first row of the 1x1 rib right without messing it up, the second row is fine. think my guests are done with me and my like 5 cheetah enclosures. I added more for more cubs. No, I bet they love it. I mean, if I was going to a zoo specifically because they have a ton of cheetahs, like I don't think there's an amount that I'd be like, nope, this is too many. Gotta get ready for bed. Good night. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Sorry about my incredibly inconsistent going live schedule. I just pop up every once in a while as a little surprise, right? For our solo females, the biggest is the cubs and a female, and then your male just bounces around. Who's moving? Ziggy, did you get up and move? Did you leave and you're coming back and I just didn't notice? Probably. Harper's still comfy. Once I finish this next row, I am going to bop on out. Ziggy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm very inconsistent. I've been experimenting with going live on YouTube. It's not as fun, but I do really like the way it automatically saves the live and the way it puts the lives on like a separate tab on my YouTube channel. Because I know long term, people are not gonna love that I have vertical TikTok lives mixed in with my regular like studio vlogs and stuff. But I just enjoy going live on TikTok so much more. The UI is just so much nicer. So I don't know. I'll probably keep alternating, playing around with YouTube a little bit at least. Definitely gonna keep making like my studio vlogs and my regular long form videos on YouTube though, because that's been a lot of fun. I am getting very close to 1,000 subscribers on there also, which is exciting. That's one of the benchmarks I need for monetization. The other one is 4,000 watch hours, which I'm really proud. I'm at like 800, which is honestly better than I expected considering I just started doing my like long form YouTube videos a couple months ago. But I feel like it's gonna be a long time to get to 4,000. It is. It is also linked all over my profile and stuff if you need. I would really appreciate anyone checking out my YouTube channel. Like I said, I've been putting a lot of work into it. I think it's a better direction for me to head in long term than like just short form videos and stuff. I'm still knitting. I said I was gonna stop. Oh no, TikTok. They detected that my live was inactive and I couldn't get the puzzle piece into the puzzle piece correctly. I will show the viewing hours up through sheer force of sleeping to videos. Well, I would appreciate if you watched them and like enjoyed them and stuff too. But yeah, I wouldn't complain about that. I do have a few live replays, so if you had fun listening to me ramble, watching the old ones is good. You can't interact with me quite as much, but you can always leave a comment and I'll reply to it. I reply to pretty much all of my comments that I get everywhere because I'm addicted to holding my phone, and if someone says something to me, I will say something back. So, but yeah, I'm gonna end this live here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again next time, wherever that may be. So, bye.